yeah, we finally picked out a name. Anime Retrospective, blah blah blah. I know it's solid enough.
Serves its purpose.
Yeah, it's purposeful. So I should actually probably like figure out. Well, I don't know. We'll figure out structure as we go, I guess. Yeah, we like checked out episodes like 4 through 6 of like Digimon Series 1. Yeah, let's see, like, she's like, this is like, episode 4's like dub was just like so all over the place, man.
Biyomon gets firepower.
Yeah.
Japanese title, I think. Scorching Heat, Birdramon.
Oh, that's so much better. Effing Scorching Heat, Birdramon.
Yeah. The previous episodes where we got new champions were Explosive Evolution, Greymon, and the Blue Wolf, Garurumon.
That's so much better. I thought I noticed it was like, so like episode 6 was something like Palamon gets angry or something. And it's like, alright, yeah, that's solid enough.
Togemon Angrily.
Oh, wait, is that what's called Togemon Angrily?
Yeah, that's the Japanese title.
Alright, that's pretty good.
The English title is Togemon at Toy Town.
Oh, that's so much lamer. The heck?
Yeah, the episode where we got Garurumon is just called Garurumon.
Oh, man. Like, just, why could you just call it the Blue Wolf Garurumon, yo? Like, the Japanese, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might as well just be like, oh yeah, episode 4, Birdramon. It's about Birdramon. Man, like, I was like watching through this, and it's like, you could just hard tell that it's like, oh hey, this isn't the original script. They're going like way overboard with like the dub exclusive stuff here. It was like actually like super curious because it's like, what the heck could they like possibly be covering up, like, are they talking about like death or something? Like, why is all this like goofy dialogue here? It turns out this episode is kind of like supposed to be about is like Biyomon's like too closely attached to Sora, and she's just sort of like, oh yeah, you should like be a bit more independent and stuff. And for whatever reason, like, 4Kids want to avoid that topic like the plague.
Huh.
That's actually weird, because, like, just starts off, like, Izzy's just like, oh yeah, like, that looks like a flying saucer, he, like, sees the black gear, and he just starts talking about, like, aliens for a bit. It's like, yeah, I actually, like, wrote down, so it's like, geez, this opening feels especially weird dub-wise. What the heck did they replace to make things this awkward? Yeah, they, like, find their way to the, like, telephone pole desert because Digimon land. There's just, like, just a lot of just really just weird lines out here. Where it's, like, there's a flashback to, like, the, like, vending machines and, like, the, like, trolley car and stuff. And there's like, oh, hey, remember those phone booths in that streetcar? Yeah, what about them? And there's like, oh, nothing. I was just wondering if anyone else remembered. And it's like, wait, what? Excuse me?
Sorry,
Like,
I'm looking for... I'm actually trying to find out if it was 4Kids who actually dubbed it.
alright, yeah, probably a good call. Yeah, that's, like, especially weird, because in Japanese, they're just sort of like, oh, yeah, like, they, like, spot the village, and they're just like, wait, but what if it's, like, abandoned, like, these other things we saw, and they, like, flash back to it. And it's like, why'd you change that, though? That's so bizarre. But yeah, so, like, they find the little, like, I think it's like a Poyomon village is what it is. Just little...
Hold on.
Alright.
I had the summary pulled up here. Yokomon.
Okay, yeah. Have to stay accurate. They find the, like, Yokomon village, and, there's, like, hey, all these, like, tiny, cute little houses and stuff. Meanwhile, like, Miramon just, like, gets hit with a black gear, and he's just this, like, fire dude who just comes down the mountain to, like, wreck things.
Yeah. In the dub, I remember he's, like, screaming as he runs down the mountain.
A lot of the dub, like, they're trying to, like, get a drink from the well, and it just, like, shoots fire at it. And, Ty's just obviously, like, just, like, skittering around because, he's, like, trying to, like, keep from being burned. And, apparently they have, like, this weird line where one of the Yokomon's just like, oh, look, Ty's doing a little dance for us. It'll put out the fire and bring down the rain. It's like, wait, what? Like, where'd this come from? The heck is up with this episode? Because, like, I watched, like, these, like, back-to-back episodes, like, 5 and 6 weren't nearly this, like, weird with this stuff. Yeah, so, like, Miramon just comes down the mountain screaming about how he's, like, burning up. And, he just starts attacking everyone. And they, like, shoot at him with their Digimon, and, like, their fires, like, make him grow bigger. Just the point where Miramon just, like, he's, like, screaming because he's, like, on fire, just overheating. And they're shooting him with fire attacks. And he just actually just screams out, why do I suffer so? And I just effing lost it.
Is this in the dub or the sub?
That's the dub.
It's funny.
Oh, that's amazing. His crazy monster voice.
I don't think the dub was done by 4Kids. I think it was just Saban in
general.
Yeah. I think they just had their own American dub.
Oh yeah, well, that's on my mind. I should probably point out that, like, Joe's voice actor died this week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's a downer.
That's sad. His English voice actor?
Yeah, English voice actor.
Oh. I mean, it would have been sad either way, but...
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I probably should have, like, thrown that out, like, the beginning of the episode as opposed to, like, in the middle of, like, the, like, episode recap and, yeah.
It's fun. It's fine.
It's fine. But, yeah, that aside... So it's like, effing Miramon's just attacking everyone, which is where, like, Sora sees that, like, Bumon's helping guide the Yokomon away from him. And, Bumon's, like, off on her own now, and, like, Bumon also gets hit by one of the fireballs and stuff. And that's when, like, in the sub and, like, the Japanese version, Sora's just like, oh, I don't care if you're, like, if you're clingy, like, I still love you and stuff like that, and, that's what causes Bumon to, like, digivolve.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering what we know about Sora, future knowledge.
Yeah. Like, Bumon's like, no, and she's like, I have to, like, protect you this time. Or I guess Bumon's, like, a guy, isn't it? Well, yeah, because it turns into Grudamon.
Bumon's portrayed as a girl, but Digimon are actually genderless.
Yeah,
they're just data.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just call them by whatever gender they're portrayed as.
Yeah,
but
I'll just flip-flop around by just whatever feels right at the moment.
Okay. As far as the dub is concerned, Biyomon is portrayed as a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, like, weird things where it's like, in the dub, it's like, oh, Biyomon gets hit, and, like, Biyomon just, like, evolves and fights back. Whereas, like, in the sub, there's, like, a bit more of, like, a thing there. That seems like a bit of, like, a recurring thing in, like, at least 2 of these episodes. That it's like, oh, hey, the dub is just straightforward, like, oh, yeah, you have to, like, digivolve to protect your master and stuff. Whereas, like, in the sub, it's like, oh, this is, like, kind of part of a character thing that they cut out.
Yeah, I'll never understand the early '90s dubs and why they felt the need to cut out stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Epic Biomon turns into Bergermon, who's just, lovingly just like portrayed on like the podcast image for this episode. In just all her Bergermon glory.
I would like Bergermon a whole lot more if it didn't have its stupid face.
Do you like the new face?
It's dumber. Hold on.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Bergermon. The stupid... I don't know, I guess they were going for, like, look at it's got cool, like, super sharp teeth or whatever, but...
Yeah. I think the idea is that it's supposed to be like, like a quote-unquote, like, kind of bird-dragon thing, so it has a weird, like, kind of dragon-ish mouth, but it just looks so weird on it.
It looks awful. Bergermon would look better with either a full-on dragon-style mouth or, like, a beak. And when I say a beak, I mean one that doesn't look like a duck bill.
Yeah. So yeah, like, question, like, Bergermon versus, like, effing Moltres from Pokemon, which is a better design?
Probably Moltres.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the beak, I'd probably go Bergermon. Because, like, Bergermon's, like, fire's kind of, like, looks more like part of its, like, down and stuff, I think.
Googling like a Bergermon redesign. That's
awful. That's interesting. Yeah, there's probably been like someone out there who's like, at least tried that at some point or something. Or just been like, oh hey, let's slap a beak on this thing and just make it look better. More like an actual bird.
I mean, I'm either seeing nothing or awful.
Yeah, that honestly seems about right, actually. But yeah, so Bergermon, like, fights effing Miramon and just, like, blasts the black gear out of him and just wins. And they're just like, oh, hey, that black gear must have made him go crazy. To which, like, effing Matt just randomly is like, oh, yeah, I suppose if you have big black gear stuck in you, you'd act a little crazy, too. The poor guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, alright, fair enough. Doubly that.
Alright, I'm gonna post something in chat. Not in chat, but in Discord.
Oh, alright.
I'm not sure if this is like I think this is somebody's attempt at a redesign.
That looks like, effing like Phoenixmon.
It might be.
Yeah, because I think it is like a thing where it's like in like Tri or whatever, they eventually get their megas or something. And it's just like, oh yeah, Grudamon's canon mega is Phoenixmon, because of course it is. Like, of course it's the bird one.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, I just looked it up. Yeah, Phoenixmon is... Yeah, it's a Phoenixmon. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Dang, I thought that I might have actually found somebody who made an attempt.
That would have been pretty awesome if they, like, made an attempt and they got effing Phoenixmon. Yeah, so, like, episode ends off, like, whatever, they, like, found water and stuff. And Matt's just randomly like, hey, has anyone noticed? We talk about food a lot.
Yeah, it's Digimon in a nutshell.
Yeah. Like, what a weird effing, like, what a weirdly dubbed effing episode. What the heck? So yeah, like, any thoughts on, like, episode 4?
It was a pretty standard champion reveal episode.
Like, if it wasn't for, like, all these weird, like, like, just dub-isms, I guess you'd say, it's like, like, I guess if you're not, like, looking for them, you might not, like, really notice, but it was just, like, so bizarre that it kind of, like, held it back a bit, but still fine, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, without any knowledge of the sub, or, like, the original dialogue or whatever, it's totally fine. Because I grew up with the dub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like this super interesting thing where it's like, I'm like kind of watching both versions. Now I'm able to be like, oh hey, this is what they're kind of going for. And it's like, alright, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. So like episode 5, which is something Kabuterimon, I'd imagine.
Kabuterimon's Electroshocker. Japanese title, Lightning Kabuterimon.
Japanese one's still better.
And about the same.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah, same idea, but still, it's like, oh yeah, lightning, Kabuteri. It's like, oh, that has so much more impact, though, I think. Just hits harder, I feel like.
Isn't Electroshocker Tentamon's attack, anyways?
I think maybe.
Like,
wait, no, Tentomon is Super Shocker.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so yeah, that does. Alright, yeah. And, like, in the sub, it's effing, like, Petite Thunder or something.
Yeah.
Well, like, I think, like, in the sub, like, Commentary Monster is effing, like, Mega Blaster or some crap. And it's like, oh, that's a bit stronger, though.
I'm not gonna lie, the English names for attacks are better as far as I know, because like Pepper Breath in the dub for Agumon, I think in Japanese it's like Petite Fire.
It's Baby Flame is what, like, the effing, like, translators called it.
Yeah, that's
and the effing, like, Almighty Baby Flame.
Yeah, I think Pepper Breath is cooler.
Alright, so I have no idea what the fruck this is like a reference to. What the fruck? But like in the notes as randomly start off with like, oh, sped up footage. And I'm just looking back like, the fruck was I talking about?
Maybe there's a moment where the footage seems super fast.
I know, that's just weird because I can't remember that at all. But yeah, so like, oh yeah, because like, yeah, alright, now I remember. So like, they're sort of walking along, and I think there was like, oh, we have to take a break, and Izzy's just like, oh, hey, yeah, like, I'd like try and access my like effing laptop because it'll be a plot thing later. And he's just like, pulls up and like, it's like one of those weird things where the dub kind of like obscures the meaning. Because in the dub, it's just like, oh, just, a little bit of battery left, I need to find a charge or something. While in the sub, he's like, oh, that's weird, it's running with, like, no battery life at all. And it's like, oh, okay, that changes things a bit.
Yeah, that's way more significant than I'm running out of batteries.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, he's like, can't gain connection, though, and, Ty's just like, oh, let's just, like, smack the heck out of this computer, because of course. Like, I watched, like, I want to say I watched almost all of, like, this series when I was a kid. I do not remember Ty being, like, nearly this handsy with things. Because, it's like the effing, like, like, Gabumon fur pulling thing, and, like, now this, like, Ty will just touch or hit whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah, most Digimon protagonists start out kind of like that, where they're just way too direct and kind of stupid.
Yeah. But just like smacking the laptop as he's just like, no, don't, you idiot.
Yeah, in that regard, Ty is pretty inoffensive, actually.
Yeah.
Season 2's protagonist is way dumber.
Like, as far as, like, dumbness or as far as just, like, touching/hitting things?
Dumb. I mean, Davis would probably do the same crap. But I think Davis is an idiot.
Man, either is like something that's like effing the Tamer from like effing Data Squad or something just gets a fist fight with his Agumon like episode 1 and they just slug it out.
They fight until like nightfall.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to like, get through, like, I can't wait till we get to that effing just eventually.
God, I have no idea when we're gonna get the Data Squad.
Probably in like a couple years, honestly. Oh boy. Yeah, so like, They just sort of go on, they, like, find the, like, factory just in the middle of nowhere. They're just like, oh yeah, let's, like, check this place out, because of course. Like, you kinda gotta, right?
Yeah, you gotta see what it's all about.
Yeah, so you go in there and, they, like, leave Izzy behind in the, like, program giant battery room or the heck it is.
Yeah.
While, like, effing, like, yeah, Mandior is just trying to, like, find out what the factory actually makes. And, like, after watching both versions, I'm still not sure what the heck it's actually trying to do. Or, like, what it's even, like, making.
It's the digital world. It probably makes absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like, it makes some, like, weird, like, effing... It looks like a weird rover or some crap. And just, like, makes it, and they go on further, and it's, like, disassembling the same thing on, like, the same, like, effing assembly line. And, Dub has this weird thing of, like, oh, it's, like, this, like, perpetual motion, because it's, like, this infinite loop or something. While I'm, like, this sub there, it's like, oh, this factory makes nothing. It just keeps, like, making and disassembling the same things.
Yeah, it's just a stupid digital world nonsense factory.
Yeah. Yes, meanwhile, like, effing Ty and the R is just sort of trying to free Andromon from, like, just being trapped within giant gears, his only weakness. And, like, the effing black gear just, like, falls into his leg, and he just starts, like, rampaging around. Oh, wait, I forgot, like, first, like, they pull him out, and, like, as he's starting up, like, Agumon just slaps him because he saw Ty slap the computer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Makes sense. Digimon take after their tamers a lot, usually.
Yeah. But yeah, so Andron gets up and he starts, like, just attacking them because he sees them as intruders and stuff. And it's like, oh no, Andron's, like, too powerful. We physically can't. He's way too strong for us.
Yeah, well, he starts attacking them because of the black gear.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh man, this guy's like, like a step further up than Greymon. This is insane.
Yeah,
meanwhile, like, effing Izzy's just like, screwing around in the program room. He, like, just erases a bit of the drawing on the wall, and it, like, makes the, like, power turn out. And he just draws on it with Sharpie, and it, like, turns the power back on. And it's like, oh, okay, that's weird.
He wrote new code. Or at least that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, it's like this weird, like, digital language code that's just drawn on the wall. And because it exists as code, it just affects the world around them, which is nuts.
Yeah. By all intents, by all means, Izzy should be, like, the most powerful one of them, of the kids.
Like, he kind of is. Because, like, he just looks at the score, he's like, oh yeah, let's try and, like, figure this out, and, like, like, see if I can, like, make sense of this, basically. Like, decipher it a bit. And he, like, starts, like, messing around, like, typing stuff on his, like, laptop now that it works. And, like, the, like, numbers on the screen and stuff just start, like, freaking the heck out. And Tillmon just starts, like, overcharging. And he's like, oh geez, I have to, like, turn this off because my Digimon's not ready for this level of power yet.
Yeah, so if Izzy could learn the digital language or whatever, I guess he could rewrite a lot of stuff from inside that tower.
Yeah, if he just, like, knew what the heck he was doing, it'd probably just, like, effing, like, Control F Digivolve for the heck he wanted. Like, presumably.
Yeah, he'd probably have to know what the Digivolutions are.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless there's, like, a execute evolution code or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know, like, what kind of interpreted that as was, like, it seems like the machine's, like, code is, like, powering the factory, because, it just works wirelessly, I guess, like, for this general, like, area, basically.
Yeah.
Or, like, how the heck you interpret that. Yeah, so when they get close to the factory, like, his laptop starts working because it's, like, taking power from the factory, because, it's a machine in the area.
Right.
And, like, he, like, activates the code, and that somehow, like, accesses his Digivice, because it, like, lights up and funnels, like, the factory power into Tentomon. And, like, Tentomon just starts, like, burning up, and he's like, oh no, please stop this, oh god. It's too much. So, like, they, like, go on, like, they have some antics, like, trying to stop Andromon, where, like, effing Joe's just randomly, like, I break out in hives in the dark, just in the dub. And it's okay.
What's he say in the sub?
I don't think he actually comments on it.
Okay, that's something the dub does a lot also.
Yeah.
They will fill dead air with nonsense sometimes.
Like, there's, like, in the sub, like, it goes dark, and, Ty's just like, alright, maybe if we move real quiet, we can, like, get away. Or, like, no, on the sub he says that. And, like, the dub, he's just like, they just start moving. And there's, like, can anyone explain why we're tiptoeing instead of running for our lives? And it's like, what? Because, like, darkness. Like, of course. Like, why would you even?
Why would you run like an idiot when you can try to hide?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's around this point where, like, oh yeah, I forgot, like, Ty, like, operates an effing crane at some point. Just, like, effing hoists, like, Andromon in the air. Whose, like, effing Japanese voice is kind of nuts. Cause, like, in the sub, they, like, add this crazy reverb when, like, Andromon talks. It's really crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, so, like, Izzy and Tomon have a little bit of, like, a scene together where, there's, like, talk about, like, trying to figure things out, and Tomon's just like, oh, do you really need to, like, know who I am that much? And he's like, like, what, do you even really know who you are? And, Izzy just has this, like, flashback to, like, I guess the implication is he overheard his parents talking about how he was adopted, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that's why I kinda got it. But yeah, so, like, they're like, oh yeah, Data's alive and stuff, and, like, effing, like, they find, like, the Arzen, like, Andromon, who's just shooting, like, Gatling gun fish missiles out of his boobs.
Because Digimon.
Yeah, because Digimon, of course. And, like, he's just kicking the crap out of, like, Greymon, like, Garurumon and stuff. And, like, yeah, like, cause, like, as he sees, like, Agron turns into Greymon, and, like, Ty's Digivice glows. And he sees, like, Garurumon Digivolve, and he sees, like, Matt's Digivice glow. And then as he, like, puts it together, he's like, oh, okay, so, like, that must have been what, like, my Digivice was about, because, Tomon was, like, ready to Digivolve, but he, like, didn't have, like, the drive or something, so it didn't, like, happen.
He had a bunch of energy, but no way to release it.
Yeah. So it's like Andron's just being the crap out of the R2, like, champions so far. Well, I mean, there's also Bergeron, but Bergeron doesn't show up for some reason. But yeah, so, like, he's being crap out of, like, Greymon, like, Garurumon. And, Tomon's like, oh, hey, I think I do it now. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll run that program again. And he just, like, forces Tomon to just effing Digivolve just on the spot. Like, hacks his effing Digimon through, like, the power of hard science. And, like, just forces him to become Kabuterimon.
I mean, you say he forced him, but it's not...
Yeah, I say that more for, like, the sake of, like, just, like, being hyperbolic.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Izzy is, I mean, Izzy's the smart one, so...
Yeah.
He uses science and whatnot to have Tentomon Digivolve.
Yeah, and Tentomon's like fine, or not Tentomon, Kabuterimon's like fine Andromon, but he's like not strong enough. But he does like push him back a little. And it's like, oh yeah, that's the most like any Digimon has done to this thing so far.
Yeah. Andromon is an ultimate level, right?
Yeah. And that's why he's just kicking everyone around so easily.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was a champion or ultimate, but yeah, it makes sense that all the kids were struggling if he's ultimate level.
Yeah. Like, they're very specifically like, oh, he's like higher evolved than like everything else we have.
Yeah. And that's really weird, ultimately. And I know this is the show and not the games, but in the games, you will oftentimes see a rookie Digimon, and you'll go fight it with your over-level Digimon, and it actually puts up a fight and it stands a chance against you.
Yeah, that's always been like something I've never been like too fond of, and like, you know, like stuff like Digimon World and stuff. Where it's like, oh yeah, I've like got this ultimate lull, like, you know, effing powerhouse Mel Greymon, and it's still like kind of struggling against these like, you know, these like Seedramon or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not right. That feels bad.
Yeah, you've been playing Next Order.
Yeah.
Did you ever fight the Black Agumon and the Black Gabumon?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, I did.
Yeah, they're surprisingly way stronger than you would think, huh?
And you have to fight them like 5 times in a row or some crap.
God, really?
Yeah, because like you beat them and there's like, no, we're not done yet, and you have to like fight them again. Like I did something like 3 or 4 times at least, until they're finally like, okay, we give up, and they romp somewhere else and they digivolve.
Oh god. Yeah, they smacked the crap out of me the first time I tried because I was like, oh look, they're rookies, whatever, I'll try and fight them. And
yeah, they don't even give you an option to like back down from
the
the fight.
Huh?
They don't even give you an option to back down. They're just like, oh hey, hi, and they're just like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, let's fight. And it's like, oh crap.
But yeah, so like effing like, I mean, I still haven't like, you know, even tried to like fight their champion forms again, because I just like fought them once and it's like, oh okay, they're those guys, screw that.
Yeah. Is there a Black Greymon and Black Garurumon?
I think it's technically like a blue Greymon or something, but there is a black Garurumon.
Right, I forgot about the blue Greymon.
Yeah, and then it's like blue Mel Greymon, which is, you know, how they get around the like inconsistency of, you know, like early Mel Greymon being a different color in the World games.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, so like effing like Contrarymon just sees the like Andromon's leg is like sparking, and he's like, oh, that must be his weak point, aim for the leg, and that's like, you know, what does it. Because Izzy is the effing best.
And then it turns out that Andromon was actually a good guy all along, and he was just attacking them because of the black gear.
Yeah, he just sort of was like, oh yeah, I can't answer like what this factory's about, but like, here's the way out. Hope that helps your kids.
Go through these sewers.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will happen down there. So yeah, like, I like the episode a lot more. Like, it's probably my favorite one so far, actually.
Of all the ones we've had so far, yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Yeah. It's like, you know, like, kind of a theme to it, and it just sort of, like, you know, stuck with it, had some nice, like, character development, you know? Just sort of, like, you know, did what it had to do, I think.
And then we get to episode 6.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. Togemon Toy Town. Alternatively, Togemon Angrily.
Yeah. Jeez, effing Togemon of all things. Like, I do not remember Togemon being so effing overpowered.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like, I guess we'll like, get to that in a second, but yeah, so like,
okay.
They go through the sewers, and there's like, okay guys, let's sing the song that Agumon wrote for us. And it's like, this is like the one time where I have to give the dub team like just so much props. because the sub version of this is like a reference that's like untranslatable. Because they're singing like Japanese folk songs, and they're like making weird puns off of like kanji characters.
Okay, so yeah, so as dumb as the dub gets, this makes sense.
Yeah. It's like effing like Mimi sings like, "Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam," or whatever that song is. I actually don't know where like the moment. Sorry, stuttering around.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's about as like good as you probably could have done given the situation.
It was probably more so that they were just like, we need something here because the original version has like these songs that are nonsense for an English viewer.
Yeah, and they're like, there's a point where it's like, oh, it's like start at like E or something. And everyone's like, oh, E. And it's like, what the like? I'm not like, I wouldn't consider myself a normie. Like, and even I'm just sitting here like, the fuck are they on about? Like, that was kind of like a deep effing thing.
Yeah, you have to know, you have to have some knowledge of like kanji or whatever.
Yeah.
It might not even be kanji.
It's like something that doesn't translate at all. That just involves like word sounds. It's like, oh, alright.
Anyways, they sing a song, go into the sewer.
Just reminds me of this epic like moment from like just Dr. Stone where it's like, I don't give like too many details, but it's like a moment like eventually where it's like, oh hey, like translate this message by like spelling out the like images or something. And boy, they try their damnedest to make that work in English and like, you know, the like translation of the manga. It's like, boy, do they like try super hard to translate like the kanji for like no into like a thing that makes sense. But yeah, so they're going down the sewers. It's a moment where they're just like, oh yeah, like, you know, I miss all this stuff back in like the real world, and you know, that's like basically unchanged. They're just like, oh yeah, like effing video games and soda and stuff. Yeah, that was great.
Soda's pretty nice.
Yeah. I forget if like the dub mentions it, but it's like the sub is very specifically like, oh yeah, Mimi wants soda, which like becomes super important later on. Well, I don't know, somewhat important, I guess.
I was gonna say, does it?
Yeah, because like they get attacked by the Numemon first off. And like, you know, Numemon just like, you know, just swearing to tell there's like, oh, we have to like get the heck out of here. Because, you know, it's like Numemon are like super weak, but you really don't want to fight these things. There's like, oh, why is that? It's like, oh no, just get out of here. They're like crazy, man. There's like, oh, watch out, you know, the dub, there's like, they're throwing quote-unquote Numa sludge at us.
Yeah, Numa sludge.
Yeah, of course. And you, of course, in the sub, it's just like, oh yeah, Numemon are the most, like, hateable Digimon ever. They very specifically say. It's the most hated Digimon in the world. Because it just throws poop at you. Just straight up.
They say it's the most hated Digimon, but the developers of the game sure do love to put in the joke character who has a Numemon partner.
Oh boy, do they. Sometimes it's not even a person.
In Digimon World Redigitize, Lily from Tekken shows up, and her partner is a Numemon.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah, Lily from Tekken.
Wait, like, the fuck?
Lily from Tekken is in Digimon World Redigitize.
How the heck did that happen?
Okay, so the Digital World and Redigitize is an online game.
Okay.
So it's really Lily playing as like it's her avatar or whatever.
Her avatar is Lily from Tekken.
Yeah, but it is Lily. I'm
it's
pretty
Lily
sure
playing Lily.
Yeah, like it's yeah, her avatar is her, like whatever. But the deal is that you get sucked into the game, but nobody really knows because it's like, oh, it's just another player avatar, whatever.
So it's
But
like,
yeah,
so
bafflingly, you fight the cast of Digimon Adventure
oh
in the Coliseum.
wait a minute. So like, Tekken is canon to the show we're like talking about right now.
Yes,
Oh my god, that's amazing.
crossover stuff is fun.
Yeah, effing Tai lives in a world full of like kung fu fighting bears and robots. That's nuts.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like it's not just Lily. Like her butler apparently also has an account, and
All
he
right, that's
follows
super
her
weird.
around in game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't remember what he's doing, but like he's there with her when you meet her.
Oh man, just to like camera that's Lily.
Sorry, I ran the laser pointer up the wall, and the cats kind of jumped at it,
Amazing.
bumped into it. Yeah, hold on.
Should I just keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so like, they gab the effing tulls and they're just like, oh yeah, Nuamon hates sunlight, which, I mean, I guess that sort of carries over into the games? Not really. And I'm gonna give a fact check on the whole, like, Nuamon can't, like, live in sunlight thing.
That's not true as far as I know.
But yeah, they, like, gab the caves, and they're just like, oh hey, look at this forest of vending machines. And it's where Bean's just like, oh yeah, I should like go and try and use one of these because soda. And it's like, oh okay, that's where that like, all right, yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Lily is also in. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, all right. Is it like her voice actress or something?
Yeah, no, I thought Lily was also in Next Order.
Huh.
But no, this is the protagonist of Redigitize. Oh, okay, I see. There was Digimon World Redigitized for the PSP, and then I guess they made another one, Digimon World Redigitized Decode for the 3DS.
Huh. I know there's like a girl with the Nuamon plush in Next Order. Like, did you read the spoiler I put up on Discord about that?
No.
Yeah, her deal is it's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have read it if I wanted to know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's fair. But yeah, so they like go to the vending machines and they just like, try to like use it. And like effing Numamon just come out of the vending machines. Like specifically horny Numamon, because it's just asking like effing Mimi out on a date and crap. And she's very specifically like, no, screw off. And it's like, no, but please though. It just starts like killing like, like clouds just come and starts getting like overcast, so it's like, oh hey, the Nuamon can actually like chase after you now. And they have to like just escape from them. So I'm kind of surprised like, the Digimon World games, or like any of the art games, never really like, borrowed this idea of just like, oh hey, let's just have like a fake vending machine where like a Numamon just pops out of it to fight you. Because, like, they're just so common in those games that, like, that would make complete sense as, like, a fake out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, escaping from the Nuamon stuff, and, like, effing, like... What's it? Yeah, like, Monzimon just shows up the F out of nowhere. And he's, like, very much just straight up, like, oh hey, us saying I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Insert like giant explosions.
Yeah, because surprise, the black gear.
Yeah, of course. Just like please spend a fun day at Toy Town with me, and he just starts shooting like effing laser beams out of his eyes. And it's like, oh, this is great. I think Monzymon's the best.
Monzymon's strong.
Monzymon's so effing nuts. Like, Mimi just barely, like, escapes, because, like, the Numemon saves her, and, like, everyone else gets attacked by his, like, quote-unquote, like, heart attack, or whatever the heck it's called, pretty heart, or whatever the heck.
Hearts, I think it's Heart's attack.
Yeah. Well, the dub it's hard to make out, because it's something like, heart's attack, something, something, something. And he, like, just says it really weirdly and quickly. It's like, oh, okay, whatever, heart attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, like, Bonzimon, like, takes everyone else and goes back to Toy Town. And Mimi just shows up just at random. And she's just, like, look around. Everyone's just like, yo. Like, in the dub, it's so unclear what's actually happening. Because they just act really weird and brainwashed while, like, toys are chasing them. And I don't think they ever explain it.
I mean, I guess it's just kind of implied. It's like, it's brainwashing, whatever.
Yeah, in the sub, they're, like, very clearly like, oh yeah, Monzymon stole their emotions so that they became toys for the toys. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, no wonder they're being chased by, like, with the effing, like, train and stuff. Yeah, I do like the dub though, because like the effing voice actors have a freaking field day with just putting on the effing like just brainwashed like emotionless drone voices.
Yeah.
Like Matt's just especially because like us imaginators just like sit in the booth and it's just like, oh yeah, just read this line like as badly and dronally as you can, and there's like, okay, you got it.
Yay, it's fun. Woo.
Yeah. Oh, so much fun. It's great. It's the point where it gets like that's like super confusing, where it's like I think like Palmon just randomly is like, Montymon's hearts aren't meant to attack. Just give hard hugs that give such a good feeling that you just want to help others. They're not meant to attack, they just make you feel good and want to help people. And I'm calling, like, so much bullcrap on that.
It's fine, you can weaponize them.
Yeah, but, like, every single effing iteration, it's like, oh yeah, this thing will wreck you. Man, so, like, the effing, like, go to, like, fight Monzymon. And, you like, start shooting the hearts out. Like, the Numemon jump in and, like, save Mimi and stuff, because, they're just like, hey, we have to keep trying, right? It's where you get the epic thing of the episode where it's like, like, Palmon gets, like, super angry that, like, these Numemon are just, like, putting their lives on the line to, like, save Mimi while she's just, like, running away. And that's what makes Palmon just Digivolve. Through the power of effing, like, just, like, self, like, hatred and fury. Basically.
Nah,
like, less self-hatred, more just like, oh, just screw this guy.
Nah, it's not what it's supposed to be.
No, like, it's because, Palmon's very specifically like, I hate that I, like, can't do anything. I need to protect my tamer.
Yeah, Mimi's crest is sincerity, right? Like, the most nothing thing ever.
I guess, like, anger is a type of sincerity.
It's just, I don't know, just raw emotion. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine, Like, they'll match up to the crest, like, 1-for-1, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that one's just the most, yeah, I don't know. Mimi's, Palmon's evolution is kind of...
Yeah. Like, in the dub, Palmon just seemingly evolves for, like, no reason after just looking a bit miffed. And it's like, oh, okay.
And then Cactus with boxing gloves.
Yeah, effing Cactus with boxing gloves, because Togemon, who just boxes the crap out of, like, Monzimon just on her own. Like, keep in mind, like, Monzimon's an effing ultimate.
What is it?
Yeah, he's a straight-up ultimate, because he evolves from Numamon.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, like, Togemon just boxes out an ultimate and wins. Like, trading blows with this thing. And, like, just knocks the effing, like, gear out of its back. And it's like, oh, jeez, Togemon. The crap.
I'll be honest, despite what we said earlier, I don't ever remember Monzimon actually being all that strong.
Yeah,
Like,
I
even
guess
as an
that's true, but still is an ultimate.
Yeah. But I mean, it's an ultimate that comes from Numamon, so
Yeah,
like,
that's true. I still like
strong could it
Monzimon,
possibly-
though.
Yeah.
Monzimon's great. Yeah, they beat Monzimon. And he just, like, randomly seems to, like, shrink down some, like, 20 feet or so. Because he goes from being, like, gigantic to being about, like, what, 10 feet, maybe? And he's
I
just,
don't know.
yeah, he's just sitting with the kids. He's just like, yo. Oh, yeah, he's like, yo, thanks for getting that black gear out of me. Meanwhile, like, just in the sub, he's like, oh, yeah, like, the black gear really, like, made me do some crazy things. So he's like, yo, I was, like, trying to, like, yo, fix the, like, social status of toys to keep them from being broken, because, like, all these kids just throw toys away, so I want toys to be in control. And it's like, oh, yeah, I could kind of see where that, like, why that got cut. That's a bit
Interesting.
nuts. So I was like,
Remember
talk
kids.
about social hierarchies a bit much for, like, some kids to handle, I'd imagine.
Remember, kids, never ban your toys.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, that. Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's why I wanted to, like, turn you into, like, toys for the toys, so that, like, toys will rule. Because I am just the mayor of this place. Yeah, and he, like, gives them the real heart's attack, and they're just like, oh yeah, this feels good and stuff. And a big ending joke is like, oh yeah, Numamon just asks effing Mimi out, and, you know, she's still like, oh yeah, not a chance, ding. Just, like, smiling it up.
Yeah, no way. Get lost.
Yeah,
Stinky slug.
I guess that's the true sincerity. So yeah, that was something.
It's a pretty whatever episode.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's, like, a bit better than, like, you know, the early ones, because, like, the first 3 episodes are, like, you know, like, all of them are, like, kind of fine so far. But, like, early on, it's just, like, you know, oh, hey, you know, there's a bit more of this world, and, you know, Digimon, like, evolves to protect Owner, and that's basically kind of, like, all there is to it. Whereas, like, with these 3, there's, like, you know, more of, like, you know, like, they're in this unique location with a bit of, like, you know, a theme to things, and, you know, oh, hey, we're getting a bit more, like, character work and some, like, you know, more, like, character stuff, and, you know, it's kind of tying things together and things like that.
Well, they gotta learn how the world works, and they're slowly doing that.
Yeah.
But also, we needed the main characters to have their next forms as soon as possible.
Yeah. Like, a thing like, I don't know if it's like because I'm like, yo, like just because of the episodes or what, but it's like, man, maybe it's like better than I like remember it being just as a character. Because, like, I think I remember back, well, I don't know, I don't really remember that back well, but blah, whatever. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like usually with this type of show, it's like, yo, she just be like the girl of the group or whatever. But it's like, they're not really doing that. They're just like, you know, everyone's just sort of their own person. Meanwhile, like, the dub's just sort of like, yo, The dub's trying real hard for that sort of girl of the group role, but it's still there. There's still something there. I don't know, I felt like that was a bit of a thought. So yeah, like, any final thoughts, I guess? Or like,
Nah, I don't really have anything to add.
Nah, not really. Alright, so I guess we'll be back with episodes like 6 through 9, and yeah, I guess we'll like...
7 through 9.
Right, yeah, 7 through... Man, if I like screwed that up... Oh, that would've been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like... Yeah, well, that's what I kind of do like that there's a bit more of a goal now. Cause it's like, yeah, you throw out Pokemon, it's just sort of like, like, episode 1, it's like, oh yeah, I need to beat the gym leaders and, like, get to the, like, championship. And it's like, oh yeah, that's the big goal of the series. And, like, until this whole Black Gear thing, Digimon's kind of been, like, missing that, but I think. Where it's like, oh yeah, we need to get home, but it's like, okay, what are, like, the steps to do that? Like, what's our, like, goal for now in the moment? And now it's like, oh yeah, we have to, like, stop these Black Gears and find out, like, what's up with that. So, yeah, that's worth mentioning, I think.
What was the first part? Sorry. What was it? Were you talking about Pokemon?
Yeah, about how it's like, episode 1, it's like, oh yeah, beat the 8 gym leaders, and
Yeah,
that's sort of like, yeah.
Okay, well, it's not really the same type of show, really.
Yeah. It's way more episodic, but I do like that they're at least like, they're like, there's a thing there now that's like, okay, this is like what the arc's going to be, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna pretend that Digimon doesn't exist to sell toys.
Yeah.
But it feels way less like that than Pokemon. Because Pokemon is... Here's the new episode, and the new episode is about this Pokemon.
Yeah.
And boy, isn't this Pokemon cool? And then Team Rocket shows up, and then Ash and friends beat them, and then they go on their way. And then the next episode, it's like the last episode never happened.
Yeah. Except for when they do, like, reference things very subtly and offhandedly. Occasionally,
they'll call back to something that happened previously, but each episode is typically its own contained story.
Yeah. Like, I'm currently watching, like, Suede's, like, kind of, like, retrospective on, like, the Pokemon series. It's interesting, blah, blah. It's interesting there's, like, there's a specific, like, writer on the team, or, like, a director, or whatever the heck. And I forget who it is, but he's, like, specifically, whenever he shows up, it's, like, number 1, broken homes. Number 2, references to past episodes show up. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's like a specific guy doing it then, when it happens in Pokemon.
It's the writer who makes Team Rocket interesting.
Yeah.
Because I remember I remember hearing about that, is that there's a certain writer who did really good writing, and he made Team Rocket, like, likable.
I think,
and more than just like, and there were more than just one-note characters.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think he was like, the guy who, like, at some point was just like, oh yeah, I want Pokemon to just end with a giant war between people and their Pokemon. And it's like, okay then. Wish we could have got that.
Game Freak or the Pokemon Company or whoever never. No. I mean, there is, like, a big war in. It's not in X and Y, but, like, it happened in the past. It's like, oh yeah, there's a ancient war 3,000 years ago where Pokemon reused weapons.
Yeah, they kind of, like, toyed around with the idea of a Pokemon war a lot. Like, in the effing, like, what was it, the Selby movie? Oh wait, not the Selby movie, it was, like, the effing, like, Arceus movie, I think. There's like, oh yeah, he was just Roman Pokemon who just have, like, armor and stuff, and they're going to battle.
Huh.
Wait, no, I think it was like, yeah, the Arceus one was, like, armored Pokemon, and they're being used for, like, political manipulation. And, like, the effing, like, Lucario one was like, oh hey, here's the past where, like, Pokemon went to battle or something. And it's like, okay.
And they like try to kill Arceus by dunking it in mercury or something.
Yeah, because the only thing it doesn't have is steel-type plating right now or something. So there's like, oh yeah, we'll like kill it with iron. Just like another like figure in like, you know, of like god-ish status.
Yeah, I think the last time...
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, the Romans are doing this. How, like, wonder what that means.
I think the darkest Pokemon has gotten is X and Y, where the main villain is like, I'm gonna... What even was his plan? It was stupid, but he's like, I'm gonna kill all the Pokemon.
He was like, I'm gonna kill everyone who's not part of my group. And, like, then only, like, the billionaires and the beautiful people will survive or something.
Yeah, and, like, someone in your group was like, but what about the Pokemon? And then, like, a single tear rolls down his face.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's killing all of them. And there's a scene where they fire up this ancient war machine, and like, you try to leave the town, and there are Team Flare people like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh, you don't want to go there. And it's like... And the implication is very strongly, like, Pokemon are dying in droves outside.
Wait, did they actually, like, activate the machine, or did they start it up? Because I don't think actually, like...
They start it up, but the implication is that the effects are immediate.
Oh, jeez.
Because Team Flare Grunts will not let you leave the town.
And that's pretty rough.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's horrible. Oh, no, you need to stay here.
Oh, there's mess everywhere. Oh, no.
Yeah, so the implication is that the Pokemon are, like, screaming and dying in the fields outside.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
So X and Y is probably as dark as it ever gets. And then I think with the later games, they're like, okay, we're going to dial it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's as dark as they're going to get, I'd imagine.
Which is, like, I don't want them to go grimdark with it or anything, but it's kind of a shame that they're pushing back really hard back to a 5-year-old audience.
Back to, you know, like, oh, hey, your rival's just like, you know, your friend, and he's just all happy and supportive.
I hate that.
Oh, it's so bad.
I hate the friendly rival.
Like, I want to fight my Virgil. Don't make him, like, just a good guy that takes all the fun out of it.
Here's Pokeballs and potions, and I'll heal you after the fight. And it's like, shut up, get out of here.
No, you know what they should do? Is they should go in, like, the opposite sort of, like, way where, like, the rival's just, like, yo, so, like, just such a smug, just jerk bag. That he's just like, oh, hey, I'll heal your Pokemon before the fight, because I know you can't beat me.
Yeah, I need to give you as much help as I can, because you can't, because you're gonna need it, kid. But whatever. I think the closest they've done to the friendly rival that didn't bug me was Wally from Ruby and Sapphire, but more specifically Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, because, like, Wally has, like, an actual character arc where he learns to, like, you know, grow as a person, become, like, you know, like, resolve, like, he learns to resolve, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you help him catch his first Pokemon, and then I don't think you really fight him throughout the... you fight him once, I think, later, where he's like, I can take on the gyms and stuff. Watch, I'll battle my friend here, and I'll show you. And then you beat him, and he's like, okay, I'll go home or whatever.
Yeah, there's like some point where it's like, you know, I forget what it was, where it's like something where it's like, oh yeah, your dad prefers him over you or some crap.
What?
Like, I don't know, I could be super off about that.
You're super wrong. That's never a thing. What the heck?
I know it was like, I saw Chugga Conroy's Let's Play at some point of the original game, and he just gets like super intense because he's like, oh, you know, my dad prefers Wally now, what the heck?
He's probably making a joke.
Addo probably. I probably just misread. Like, Addo, maybe it's because he, like, beats the gym first, say, like, says, oh yeah, that guy sure is something or something.
Yeah.
And, that
I've
sounds
seen
probably, like, closer to reality. But
I've
screw
seen
it, I like my
Chugga
headcanon better.
I've seen Chugga Conroy's videos. He's probably just making a really dumb joke.
Yeah. I prefer the headcanon where, like, Wally just wins over your family and you have to prove yourself to him.
But in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they actually do way more with Wally. Maybe in the original, maybe you fight him for the Elite Four. I don't remember. I know that for a fact you fight him in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Oh, heck yeah, you do.
And he shows up, and it's like, all right, cool, we're gonna fight. And then all of a sudden, this amazing theme song kicks in. Wally has achieved like full rival status to get like this super cool theme song.
Yeah, in the middle of this like field of flowers and crap too.
Yeah, it switches to the battle scene. There's flowers everywhere, and like it looks amazing. And then it's like the battle starts. Oh, his Ralt's a Gallade now.
Yeah. And
like,
just like
cool,
Mega Evolves
cool
the Fire Member, right?
Yeah, and it's like, that's cool as heck, actually.
Yeah. Why can't Pokemon be cool like that again? As opposed to like starting internet drama.
Yeah, because Game Freak is stupid.
Oh man.
People whine and complain about the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but I mean, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
People complain because there's no Battle Frontier.
I wish there was, but, you know, I'm fine without one. Like, you know, the Battle Chateau or whatever it's called is, like, you know, pretty good for post-game content, I think.
Yeah. People are complaining. It's like, oh, Battle Frontier. It's like, who among you actually played anything other than the Battle Tower?
And now we're like effing like Pokemon being cut from the game, and now we're the guys who are like, missing Pokemon.
Well, no, that's actually bad.
Yeah.
With the Battle Frontier, they cut all the other extra facilities that nobody ever played. And they kept the Battle Tower, which was by far the best mode there.
I'm just waiting for like
every subsequent game has had a Battle Tower just in some capacity.
Yeah. I think for next generation where it's like, they like, start like, they like mess with the frame rate, they like, do something that affects the game more, like, they like make experience way too easy, or like you can't turn off the experience share or something. And those people who are like, out there like, oh, look at these like effing whiners about cut content and like cut Pokemon. They're gonna be the ones that are like, oh, but like experience shares. I
mean, I think the experience share is the best feature of new Pokemon games.
Oh man.
Because having to go into the field and manually train up each Pokemon individually was a nightmare.
Yeah,
and
sucks.
I really don't understand the people who are like, but I want it to be tedious. It's like, it's not challenging. It's just tedious.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, though, like, the other thing about, like, not having the, like, full roster actually is kind of a problem when they're, like, not replacing it with anything really new.
No, yeah, the cut roster, the no national decks is a legit criticism.
Yeah.
Despite what the diehard fanboys would have you believe.
Like, that's, like, the thing, is, like, with each of these, like, removals, it's, like, no one's actually, like, in favor of the thing being removed. But, like, it's, like, just a matter of, like, how much you care about it, I think.
Yeah, like, but it's Pokemon. They can do no wrong. Frickin'...
Yeah. Yeah, at least we have giant Pokemon now, which are,
Lame.
Yeah.
Lame. Absolutely the worst.
Yeah. Have you, like, seen the, like, stuff where it's like, people are, like, breaking down, like, the cinematography of that? Where it's like, oh yeah, first you're like, yo, your Pokemon's in front of you because, like, it's dangerous to be in the middle of the battle. And then your Pokemon are, like, gigantic and you're both in front of them in, like, the crossfire. And then it dies and suddenly you're, like, behind them again as they shrink back or whatever.
Stupid.
It's nonsense. Like, the weirdest part of that is that, like, I don't know if you've even, like, heard of this, but it's like, yo, Pokemon, like, used to be in scale and, like, you know, Pikachu and Eevee in the middle of a fight, you know? And, like, you know, like, all the previous games where they were, like, trainers, they were, like, to scale. And now they're just sort of, like, normalized in size. Even though they're, like, to scale on the map.
Game Freak sucks.
Yeah, so you'll just have a Tyranitar who's, like, smaller than you are.
Yep. Yeah, like, whenever Dynamax was first revealed, I thought it was cool. Then I learned that Mega Evolution and Z moves died to make it happen, and then it became instantly the worst thing ever.
Yeah. I kind of like the opposite reaction, where I was just sort of like, oh hey, how many mechanics are we gonna, like, pile onto this game with, like, you know, all these weird, like, you know, one-shot things? And there was like, oh, everything else that I liked is gone. Well, extra screw this then.
Like, Mega Evolution's way cooler than Dynamax.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like made more. Well, it's made more. It's way more, like, you know, like, effective to, like, put in too, because it's like, you know, how much work does it take to, like, redesign and remodel, like, you know, one Pokemon as opposed to, like, everything.
Yeah. Money shouldn't even be an issue. Pokemon is the top-selling franchise of all time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no excuse for how they're treating Pokemon now.
Meanwhile, it's like, just how many, like, Digimon are in, like, Next Order and, like, you know, effing, like, the Cyber Sleuth games and stuff that are all just, like, made from scratch, basically.
Yeah, there's tons of love in the Digimon games.
Yeah.
Like, they're constantly actually trying.
Yeah, constantly, like, you know, changing things up and adding new things, and, you know, Pokemon's just, like, you know, 100%, like, pure marketing in that direction. Because, like, if I remember, it's like each series of Digimon has some really crazy, kooky gimmick to it that, like, changes everything up, basically. But, like, you know, like, Pokemon's just like, oh yeah, no, it's just the same guys, you know. You like Pikachu, right? Well, there's your Pikachu.
Pokemon is Pokemon is Pokemon. And that's why it's dumb that they keep insisting on hour-long tutorials. Hours-long tutorials. And it's like, oh, but it's for the new kids. Okay, give me an option to skip, considering I've been playing since frickin' Silver.
Like, can you imagine if just, like, effing, like... I was like, this, like, a stream, like, the other day, and it was, like, you know, about how, like, Digimon just changes things up so much with each new generation. Well, like, quote-unquote generation, like, series, I should say.
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's kind of, like, you know, like, the leap from normal Digimon to, like, armored Digimon to, like, you know, like, fusions and what have you, and, like, you know, the spirit stuff. It's like, if JoJo's was like, okay, you have stands now. And, like, next series, it's like, okay, stands are something different. And, like, they just kind of went from there and kept, like, changing things.
Here's Hamon. Hamon is dead. Here's stands.
Yeah, now part, like, 4, here's the Ripple. Or, like, not the Ripple, the Spin. That's the new one.
Yeah.
Alright, you got used to the Spin, now, like, part 5, you know, now we have, like, Spin Fusion or whatever the crap.
Spin stands.
Yeah. I know, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it sounds like it'd be a thing.
I don't know.
So, yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like we've wrapped up fairly nicely.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, same time next week then?
Yep.
Alright, see ya.
Later.